Welcome everybody to the Longball Sports Tigers live show. I'm your host, Longball Luck, and we're going to cover the Houston Astros series here, a 3-game set at Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. And both teams come into the matchup at 3-6 on the year. The Tigers looking to rebound a little bit after a tough battle against the Cleveland Indians. And we'll take it down to the highlights where we start off in the 6th inning. And up to this point, Jose Altuve has only given up 1 hit against the Tigers, and Victor Reyes would spoil his outing as Altuve launches one straight down the middle of the pipe, and Victor Reyes is going to get on it, and he's going to put a liner down the line on the left field wall, swinging around first into second, and the Tigers start off the inning with a double. As good of an outing as Altuve had, Dusty Baker had seen enough, and he's calling for the righty. Only 67 pitches on the day and only given up 2 hits. He makes the call and he goes to the bullpen to try to shut down the Tigers here in the 6th. Not sure if that was the right move or not, but it was going to be Jake Odorizzi who is going to come in with a 9.45 ERA, 0-1 on the year, to take on the rest of the Tigers here in the 6th. His first opponent would be Harold Castro, and on his third pitch of the at-bat, there's a wild one in the dirt, and that's going to advance the runner to third. Victor Reyes sliding in safely, and it'll go on the scorer's card as a wild pitch here for Odorizzi. As you can see, Jason Castro just couldn't keep it in front of him. Gets past all the way to the wall, an easy steal over to third base for Victor Reyes. And then we've got another wild pitch from Odorizzi. Things are looking rough to start the inning off for the guy. But he does get out of it, and Akil Baddoo then comes up, and another one down in the dirt, and just anticipating the pass ball so Victor Reyes can get in. But can Akil Baddoo drive in the run to put the Tigers up 1-0? And he does just that as he drives one into right field, and long enough out of there so Victor Reyes can get in easily, and that's a RBI single for Akil Baddoo. Taking the action into the bottom of the 6th, they would be finally onto the bullpens for both squads. As you see here, the starting comparison, Julio Teheran and Jose Altuve, both 5 innings pitched, 4 hits for Teheran and only 2 for Altuve. And they're bringing Gregory Soto for the Tigers in relief, and he's trying to hold off this 1-0 lead. And Yuli Gurriel drives one up the middle past the second baseman into center field, and that's going to put runners on first and third. No, he's going to be tossed out by Akil Baddoo out of center field on his attempt to go to third. A great throw from Akil. As you can see, he lights up the crow hop, fires one in. Candelario throws down the tag, and he's out. And we go into the 7th inning, and it's Wilson Ramos who's going to take a walk from Jake Odorizzi, who's been wild all afternoon. And you got to think that Dusty Baker is shaking his head after the decision to pull Altuve so early. And that puts a threat on first base in the 7th here for the Tigers. That's going to bring up Nomar Mazara with 1 out, and he's going to bloop one into shallow center field for an easy single. And that's now 2 men on for the Tigers on first and second with 1 out. Here in the top of the 7th, as you can see, a nice little poke, and he's going to dribble it right in there. No chance on the catch. And Willie Castro will come in to pinch run to put some speed on at second as Candelario drives one off the glove of the first baseman, and that's going to be an easy single, and he's going to wrap it around and try to turn 2 out of it and also drive in a run. So now the Tigers in great shape with a man on second and a man on third as Candelario drives one right off the first baseman's glove, couldn't bring it down, takes it all the way to the wall there, and that's going to score a run for the Tigers. And they're going to go up now 2-0 up over the Houston Astros. And that's going to be it for Jake Odorizzi as Dusty Baker goes back to his bullpen. He's going to call on the righty Pedro Baez to try to clean this up and get him out of this inning. The Tigers up 2-0, and can Pedro get him out of this as he faces Jake Rogers, and Rogers is going to drive one into right center, and that's going to score 2 runs on the play, and an easy single there, and a 2 RBIer for Jake Rogers. The Tigers rolling now 4-0 up on the Houston Astros. As you can see here, pitch outside, and he gets all of the wood on it, taking it down and driving in the 2 runs. And then we've got Niko Goodrum, who's also going to bloop one into shallow center field. And safe at second is Rogers, as he anticipated the catch, slowed up a little bit, but he gets in safely at second, and the Tigers are rolling. We are seeing the ball well here in the 7th, up 4-0. And can they continue these hot bats as Victor Reyes takes another liner to right center, and that's going to score another run as Victor Reyes with an RBI single. And now up 5-0 are the Detroit Tigers. Hitting the ball very, very well. And that's also going to do it for Pedro Baez, as the Tigers are seeing the Houston bullpen very well right now. Dusty Baker, with his poor decision to take YEE-HAW out early, and now bringing Christian Javier, and he's going to take on Harold Castro. Harold Castro drives one to deep center field, deep enough to get the sac fly out of it, and he's safe at home. And the Tigers are up 6-0 here on the Houston Astros. What an outing for the Detroit Tigers in the cold bats that they've had early on in the year. They're coming alive now, and Houston's in some trouble. He does get himself out of the inning, however, and stops the bleeding as the Tigers up 6-0. And we're going to take this action now to the bottom of the 8th inning. And this is where the problem for the Tigers has been all year, is going to the bullpen. Can the Tigers bullpen hold off a 6-0 lead, as Tyler Alexander will get the task? And Tyler's been pitching pretty well for the Tigers as of late, but you never know against these Houston bats, as they can come alive at any time. And it'll be Michael Brantley who will start things off for the Houston Astros, and he's going to take one down the third base line, getting past Candelario. Over is Reyes. Reyes is going to fire it in towards second, and it's going to be not in time, as he starts the inning off with a double to get the rally maybe possibly started for the Houston Astros here. Miles Straw takes a pitch right straight to Candelario. Candelario is going to flip it over to first, but he pulls Harold Castro off of the bag, and he's going to be safe at first. And we've got runners on first and second to start the inning off here for the Astros in the bottom of the 8th. And the Tigers looking like they're in some trouble. And again, like I said, the problem has been the relief pitching, and that's going to bring up the big bat of Yordan Alvarez, who's always a threat anytime that he steps up to the plate. The big man's got some pop, and can he do it right here, as Tyler Alexander gives him his best shot, and he's going to fire one right up the middle, and Alvarez doesn't miss. He takes it deep, and that's going to be a 3-run shot. 385 feet, 109.7 miles an hour off the bat, and the big fella puts the Astros right back into the ball game, and we've got ourselves a match here. Can the Tigers hold off the Astros going forward? But when you throw pitches right down the middle of the plate like that, they're not going to miss. So big problems for the Tigers, and Alvarez with a monster shot. Again, 109.7 off the bat, 384 feet into about the 6th row out there in right center field. And to close the door, hopefully we can get this one done here with Jose Cisnero, as he's been one of the only bright spots for the Tigers rotation, and especially in the closing role. He'll start off by facing Bregman, which is not an easy task, but he gets over the top of it, and Jake Rogers is going to get on it and fire it to first, and that's going to be one down here in the bottom of the 8th. Cisnero looking good so far, but the matchups that he's about to face don't get any better. Yuri Gurriel, he's going to take one to Niko Goodrum at short. He's going to fire it to first to get the second out of the inning. And Cisnero doing what he's supposed to do. This may look like a 2-inning save if he keeps pitching like this. Here's against Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker goes down swinging, and Cisnero gets him out of the inning, and that'll take us to the 9th, where hopefully we can add some insurance runs. And it's Candelario who puts a charge in one, deep right field, looking up, but he's going to make the catch at the warning track for the second out of the inning. Close one, but couldn't get quite enough on it to get it over, and the Tigers' threat comes to an end, and they'll call on Michael Fulmer to try to close the deal. And I think this is A.J. Hintz's attempt to get some confidence back in Fulmer, as he's had struggles in the ninth to close the door. But he gets a nice little easy pop-up for his first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Diaz as Fulmer delivers. And it's a single up the middle. And troubles may be looming again for Fulmer. Don't look away now. Can he get him out of it? And he does, as he gets a nice good swing and a miss out of Tucker, putting down a second out. And it'll be Michael Brantley. Brantley, slow roller. Scope's going to tap the bag, and that is going to do it. The Tigers win it. 6-3 is your final here in Houston in Game 1 of the series. And looking good today offensively for the Detroit Tigers. The bats finally came alive, and we saw some good pitching right there at the very, very end for Michael Fulmer and Jose Cisnero, tag team to get them out. And it's a 6-3 final. 8 hits for the Tigers, 1 error. And the Astros with 9 hits and an error. Teheran gets the win, and Urquidy gets the loss. Teheran, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks, 5.1 for Urquidy, only 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 7 Ks. And offensively, Victor Reyes 2 for 4 with a double, RBI and a run. Ramos with a double, Candelario with a double RBI, a run, and a hit by pitch. And Jake Rogers with 2 RBIs and a run, going 1 for 4. And it was Yordan Alvarez 1 for 4 with a homer and 3 RBIs for the Astros. Game 1 in the books, the Tigers with the victory, and they go to 4-6 on the year, as the Astros drop to 3-7. And we'll take it into the second game of the series here in a second, as the Tigers try to look to continue these hot bats going into Game 2 and 3 of the series here at Minute Maid Park. It was on to Game 2 of the Houston Astros Detroit Tigers series, and it was the Astros winning the ball game 4-2 on 10 hits, no errors. And the Tigers could only produce 6 hits. Matthew Boyd, who went 4 1/3, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 Ks, couldn't match the performance done by Justin Verlander of 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. Boyd gets the loss, goes 1-2 on the year. Verlander gets the win, his first win of the year. And the Tigers' bats just cooled today, couldn't get anything going. Verlander was hot, and his stuff was just magic. For the Tigers, Victor Reyes went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Goodrum went 1 for 2 with a double and a run. Candelario 2 for 4 with a double. Willie Castro would round up the Tigers' bats at 1 and 4 with a double and a run. For the Houston Astros, it was Bregman 2 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs and a run. And Chas McCormick 1 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs would seal the deal for the Houston Astros in Game 2 of the series. Look at the standings in the AL Central. It's the Cleveland Indians who top the division at 7-3, followed by the Royals, who are 2 games back at 5-5, with the White Sox in third at 5-7, and the Tigers 4-7, 3.5 games out, and the Minnesota Twins bringing up the rear at 3-8 at 4.5 games back. And I don't know if the Tigers are where we expected them to be or ahead of schedule, but hopefully they can pull off some wins and climb here in the ranks and make a move here early in the season. We'll see what happens. Let's go on to Game 3 of the Houston Astros and the Tigers, and we'll take it down to Matt, Mark, and Dan on the call.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up.
Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Now, Kyle Tucker as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now. Hit back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And he is in there. McCormick will have to get loose in a hurry now as he'll come in and run following the injury. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. And they're runners at the corners now.
Aledmus Diaz.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder giving chase. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
The catcher.
He's set the 3-2. Now here's a swing by Castro as he gets a lot of this one out to deep right field. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. 3-run home run down the line in right. First home run of the campaign for him as the Astros have opened it up now 4-0. Now the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run, and this will get all the way to the wall now. Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it. Gone into the upper deck. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him. And the Tigers have cut the deficit. Now it's a 4-2 ball game. Show you what's happening in the American League's Western Division. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
Stepping in now, Harold Castro. And he puts it on the ground to second. To second for one. Over to Gurriel for an inning-ending double play. Line drive to left. Throwing to second. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasted this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
Hit sharply on the ground. He's got it, and there's one away.
The bat, the third baseman.
So now a runner on at second with one away, and that'll bring up the LSU product, Alex Bregman. First offering on its way, on the ground to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to the plate, and he's going to get in there at the plate to make it a 5-2 lead now.
Boy, D-Roll, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
A ball and no strikes, here it is. Hit out towards second. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. He'll hold at second, and there are two aboard now.
Batting.
Trying to push everything the other way. He's taking what the pitcher's giving.
Now here comes the Tigers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Kyle Funkhauser is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Final line there for the Detroit starting pitcher. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
This was a tough one to swallow. You can see he was in a heap of trouble right from the beginning.
Grounded up the first baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runners are able to move up. Next up, Carlos Correa. He singled in his first AB.
Yeah, just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential base open right there. Maybe sit off speed.
Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. And he makes the catch as just the one run comes across in the inning. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Brentley's back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
The catcher, number 20,
That was textbook outfield technique right there. So take notes, kids. He knew right where he was, and he does a great job of feeling for the wall while keeping his eyes on the ball.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Castro has it, and the throw to first ends the inning. So they go down without a whimper.
Really sharp out there, guys.
third baseman, James.
You don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They trail 5-2. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple. pitch, and he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Grounded to the right, and that'll find its way into right field for a one-out single.
That throw didn't make the fielder reach across his body a little bit. I think he could have been out.
Working for the punch out and the offering. This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third. Takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are two on with only one away. Hits this one hard the other way, and that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. On the ground to second base, this could be two. One there on to Cabrera, but it's too late, and they'll just get the one.
Third baseman number 2.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. Reach as he makes the catch, and he took a header along with it, but he saved extra bases as the side is retired. Another look at the acrobatic play out there in center. The three of us return with more Wednesday night baseball. Alexander is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. And now in the box, Carlos Correa. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering. Shot toward right center, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. He's around first, heading for 2. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Too much because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
At the plate now, Aledmus Diaz. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Long throw to the plate, and he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Yeah, now they're looking at a 5-run deficit, and that doesn't bode very well for them, especially considering that they've only been able to scratch a couple of runs across from here.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Grossman will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the... And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. The 1-0 home. Hit out towards second. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3.
Number 62.
This is on the ground over to first. Throw on to first will be in time. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. He's got it, and the Astros have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this game.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. The Houston Astros brought the bats in this one with 18 total hits.
Well, that'll do it. The Astros win the series as they win Game 3 7-2 on 18 hits on an error, as the Tigers could only produce 3 hits and 2 runs. Turnbull gets the loss. Greinke gets the win, his second on the year. Greinke went strong, 8 innings strong, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and 13 strikeouts, as Turnbull could only produce 2 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, gives up 5 earned runs, 0 walks, and only 1 strikeout. Offensively for the Tigers, it was Candelario who went 1 for 3 with his homer. and 2 RBIs. Castro went 2 for 3, and Miguel Cabrera 1 for 3 and a run. For the Astros, it was Carlos Correa 2 for 4 with a double, RBI, and 2 runs scored. Bregman 3 for 5 with an RBI. Miles Straw 3 for 5 with a double, RBI, and a run. And Yuri Gurriel 2 for 5 and a run. That'll do it for us here at Longball Sports. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.